I'm Annette Lang. Welcome to the LangShow. This is a show about life with a hefty side order of fitness. I just walked back in the door, came back from Manhattan, saw a few clients, rode my bike. It's a super hot day out, so I'm gross and clammy and full of sunscreen, but this is what you get in today's episode. So, today is day 141. Yeah, if I didn't miscount it. In the year 2013, it's day 141. So, are you giving this day an identity? Is this a cool day? Are you having a good time? Are you making it a good day? 141, we're almost to the half of the year. So, I'd like to talk about a couple of things today. One is a huge change in my family and my family's family. My parents were living in New Jersey for a long time, about an hour and a half away. My siblings and I are all here. My nieces, nephews, great nephews are all here, and so my father finally gave in and we moved them to New York last week. They live down the block from us, and I want to say one thing. All you people that I told this was happening, nobody said, wow, that's awesome. I heard, you're crazy, your siblings screwed you, having them so close to you, I can't believe you're doing this, I can't believe your husband's okay with this. And my husband rocks, as he said, remember, your parents are cool. And one thing I've realized throughout my whole life, I like hanging around with my parents. I love hanging around with my family. So that's the thing. I feel bad for people who don't, and I'm very excited and very happy. So, anyway, you might be a jerk. I ride my bike very often for transportation and for fun. New York City has gotten these wonderful bike lanes, so it's awesome. But a lot of people aren't used to them yet. So from the pedestrian side of you, they're like, oh, wow, there I have an extra empty lane to walk in. And they don't realize that there's bikes coming down. People stepping off the curbs, just to look around and see what's going on. They don't realize the bike's coming down. Trucks double park in the bike lane. So we have to still sort of figure this all out. But I have a gripe with my fellow cyclists who go on a one-way street the wrong way. That's bad enough. Then they expect me to go into the traffic more so that they can hug the side. So here I am, it happened today. I'm going, I think it was up Amsterdam Avenue in Manhattan, and this cyclist, many times delivery people, is coming down the wrong way on Amsterdam Avenue, and there's a lot of traffic. And so he starts hugging the curb, and I'm like, no, you go into the traffic, looking onto traffic, because I'm going the right way, and I don't think I should have to put myself more in danger because you're coming down the wrong way on a one-way street. So you might be a jerk if you're doing that. So I've been being better at really, truly acting like a car. So, I'm good. I don't go in and out between pedestrians and stuff, but I have been guilty of, after I stop and literally nobody's around, there's no people crossing the street, I do cross, but the last couple of weeks, I've been telling myself, I am a car. So I literally sit there and wait, and it sort of sucks because it takes a few minutes longer, probably 5 minutes longer to get to work. But anyway, so I'm trying to be better at that. Now, I want to do one thing fitness related, and that's it for the rest of the show. People say, what do I need to work on? What's important in my program? And in general, you want to think of strength, stability, mobility, flexibility. And I know they can be complicated, but what I want to get you to first think about is, think of something that you want to be better at. Is it literally getting up out of a chair? Is it really getting down onto the floor? And this is what I talk to my clients about. Do you want to be better at doing this? Because then we can identify what you need to do to be better and start working it into our personal training program. So I'm going to give you an example of what happened a few weeks ago at a party here in my home with my family and some friends. My sister, who is just awesome, Marianne, for those of you who know her, she's skinny and lean and extremely fit, and she says, we were at a party the other night, and we were talking to each other, and the question came up, could you get up off the floor without using your hands? So you're sitting on the floor cross-legged, feet in front of you, and can you then get up off the floor? So I'm going to go through this thought process with you, with the goal being that you can apply this to anything that you want to be better at. This is my sister's challenge. You're sitting on the floor with your legs crossed in front of you, and you can't use your arms to have to sit up. So, you know, people were trying to do this, but you can't get down on your knees either, was the rules as she made them up, as she told us. So anyway, I'm sitting there on the floor, and I can't do it. I could use my arms and cheat, and then I could get up. And so people were laughing at me because I was saying, I think the biggest reason why I have trouble getting up from that position is my muscle bulk relative to my core. And my nephew, who loves to lift weights, was just laughing his heart out. But anyway, what I mean is that relative to my body, my core is not strong enough versus my muscles in my legs to be able for me to move and be able to get up. That is also, you know, the strength in the actual individual part of the range of motion. So right here, the strength for me to start to get up from that movement. So that's why you want to think about, like, well, first of all, I have the mobility. I'm able to sit like this, right? Because I'm doing it right now. So I'm sitting up like this, right? And so then what you can try to do is, if I cheat, so in other words, if I use something to help me lift myself up, am I able to do it? So in other words, can my joints, my legs and everything get through that range of motion if I have the assistance to do it? Because then that tells me that my joints have the range of motion, right? I've got the mobility. So I'm going to use this nifty planter that just happens to be sitting here, and I'm going to face it and try to figure out how to hold on to it. And I'm going to use the planter to get up and sit back down. Get up and sit back down. So I've identified one thing. If I use the assistance of something, I can get up. So now, how do I get stronger to where I can do that without the planter? So I'm thinking of a few things. I have to work on the mobility, the ability of my legs to stay open and my core to stay strong when I'm down far towards the ground. So I can add deep squats to my workout. I can add walking squats to my workout. I can go left and right. I can just hang out here and try to get better at my body being in that position. I can actually do the movement pattern over and over again with the assistance so that I can get stronger in the appropriate ranges of motion to everything's firing at the right time, so to speak, to enable me to get up. So I'm going to do that 5 times. I'm going to use the planter as little as I need, but as much as I need to get up. And I'm going to try to let go of it if I don't need it so much. One more. It doesn't feel like I need a lot of assistance, but that's the tipping point where you get the momentum and the shift in your center of gravity to where you can change over and come up. Now, one last thing I was thinking about today while I was doing this in the gym was the ability to tighten up in my abs, my core, and drive myself forward. So besides doing that, I thought, what about doing reverse crunches in that position? So let me show you that. So I'm going to lie down on the ground, and reverse crunches is basically you do a curl up from the bottom side first. So lying down on the ground, legs are crossed the same way that I need for that exercise. I'm going to come forward because that's how my body is as I'm trying to do that movement. And I'm going to just exhale, pull my abs in and curl my butt up on the ground. But I'm going to do it in this position that I need to be stronger at. So that's what I did for my workout today. I did some deep squats, moving and in one position with extra resistance, at the gym. And then I did the assisted patterns where I'm getting my body and my nervous system to be better at exactly what I need to do at the exact time. And then I also did the reverse crunches. And I'm going to see if I can show my sister that I can do that movement. I'm giving myself about 6 weeks. That's it for today. Have a nice day. See you next time on The Lang Show.